Hey guys, I hope you're doing well today. I am doing quite well. Today we're going to be doing something a bit different from my usual 30-day stuff. Today we are going to, in fact, be doing map making. As you can see, I have my top-of-the-range, fantastic map making software, and I will be showing you how to do it all. First things first, we will start from the beginning and tell you guys what we are actually going to be showing. I generally do not make maps of things because I do a lot of things theatre of the mind. As a result, I am going to only show you the area that I have properly set down so far. An area which actually my players have not seen a map of yet. They've only heard it through word of mouth and their own personal renditions of it all. First step, we are going to do the 5 free cities. As you can see, Hull right here, Sanguine right here, Meridian, the lovely land of the Husk City, and Winter Night, formerly known as Hull. These are all 5 of the 5 free cities. Next step we're going to be putting forward is how these 5 free city-states connect to each other. And they connect to each other through a road known as the Horse's Life. And hey presto, there we have them, the Horse's Life in all of its squiggly glory. Now, as you can see, these are not roads as we would recognise them, or at least as we would name them. In modern society, we would name each individual section of the road a different thing. Well, this is actually the Horse's Life, this entire network. It's the major trade route and is also the main method of travel. Next, we are going to actually start talking about what kind of geographical features there are to the Horse's Life. Alright, now we actually have put down the coastline of the giant inland sea that borders on Winter Night and Meridian. They are both port cities. And in order to show that they are port cities, I'm actually going to give them a new colour. Let's give them green. Let's give them light green. Oop. Oop. There we are. As you can see, they are both port towns and they are split. They run across. They are 2 points where actually this topographical location, the Consagari Cliffs, are actually a lot lower. As a result, they were naturally created at points where it would be easy for ships to port and go into harbour. There are other places along this line, however, these are the 2 that are within the 5 free cities area. And right here you can see that on one side there is a geographical barrier between the 5 free cities area and the people on the other side. They are, generally speaking, called either the Sera or the Sawtooth, depending on which city we're talking about. This is a massive geographical caste system, which, generally speaking, is not supposed to be there. If anyone's actually heard about castes, look them up. They're very, very interesting, unique, geographical oddities. These areas generally have people living in them that, well, I've never really fixed it down, but when we were working in the D&D system, this is where the Goliaths used to live. The other side are the Twylith Teg. The Twylith Teg is this area here, the grand foresty area. It's a wood that is very difficult to navigate through. As you can see, there are 2 trade routes, parts of the Horse's Life, that travel off through both of them. This is because, generally speaking, Hull has a monopoly on the trade route that goes through the Twylith Teg, and the other city-states, if they want to do trade through the land, they have to make ostensibly a decision. Should they go through the Sawtooth, which is very, very dangerous, but very, very quick, or go through Hull, paying tariffs and everything like that, paying tax, to go through the Twylith Teg? This has been changed recently because of Hull's action in regards to the inhabitants of the Twylith Teg. They basically don't like Hull very much anymore, and it's become a major plot point in the story. So here we have the last major feature of the land, which is the Finger Point Peninsula. The Finger Point used to be part of the Five Free Cities. It wasn't always called the Five Free Cities area. It used to be called the Hegemony. And the Hegemony broke down when the Finger Point, along with several other events, seceded and broke off, thus causing this kind of very strange hodgepodge collection of people trying desperately to get things, keep things going, keep things together. The Finger Point Peninsula is very, very important in that it has a high defensive value for other lands coming in. It's also a place of great contention. Most, if not all, of the other five cities are in some way, shape or form trying to vie for control and greater knowledge over the Five Free Cities. This is obviously greatly wanted, because if any of their enemies came in and took over the Finger Point Peninsula, who from their perspective is actually in a very, very desperate circumstance. I'm now going to do a bit of mucking about. I don't particularly believe that things should be absolutely fixed down completely. These ranges are in no way, shape or form actually final. You see, I'm doing it in MS Paint. It's not exactly supposed to be final, but I'm going to be moving things around and I'll show you what I get at the end. And there you have it. This is, generally speaking, the, very rough and ready topographical map of the Five Free Cities area. The bits that I added in was obviously the shift reservation. Then you get the Finger Point Peninsula right here. I redid some of the stuff. The Consagari Cliffs are a bit more defined, so to speak. Now, something I want to actually make clear. This purple, all in this area, is not, in fact, to show that this is Five Free Cities land. This is to show that it is contested land. And this gives you a distinct idea of what is going on here. The shift reservation is, generally speaking, described as here. However, this land used to be the people of the plains. These people who settled in made these treaties, and these lands have just continuously been shifting backwards and forwards. Something else to also keep in mind is that by no means does this mean that the land is in some way, shape or form civilized or any kind of controlled manner. Almost the entirety of the land, outside of a very, very thin strips of land along the horse's life, they're mostly wilderness. People go out and people die along here a lot. Two last things to make note of is this last section. You can see that one of the legs of the horse's life go off this way and seemingly just disappear. This is because this area down this way is known as the unknown. People go off in this direction and they generally don't come back. Why is that? Well, you'll have to play the game to find out, guys. So yeah, I hope that you really enjoyed this, and I hope it's not too garish. I will be seeing you guys later on today when I come to talk about how easy travel is in the lovely land of Talum and the Five Free Cities area.